hotels. The Beau, which of course needs no introduction in Zurich. The Beau Rivage Palace in Lausanne. What can you say about that? And in the heart of the Marienplatz in Munich, beyond by Geisel. So thanks again. I'll turn it over to Sabrina. Sabrina is new with the Beau. I probably been at the Beau since before Sabrina was born, but that's a whole nother story. But Sabrina will be in charge from now and moving forward of the U.S. market for this magnificent jewel. And so it's with great pleasure that I introduce you, many of you already know her, to Sabrina from Beau.
Thank you, Mario. Hi, everyone. Very nice to meet you. As Mario just said, I'm gonna show you around Beau for those who haven't been here yet, and obviously also to those who already know us, just so you're up to date again with everything. So first of all, I'm gonna take you on a virtual tour through our beautiful Beau. Everyone see that? There we go. Okay.
Hello and welcome to Beau. Allow me to
Beth, the sound stopped, love.
And we really couldn't be any more central. Now there's something for everyone here. Go for a refreshing swim in the lake, or maybe go for a play at the opera, or how about some shopping right down here at the Bahnhofstrasse, which is our main shopping mile. Now, hold on, before you get too excited and run off, Britta is already taking us down in one of our top suites.
It's a video they made. And the sounds he keeps.
Ladies and gentlemen, to this wonderful suite. Enjoy the little tour. Come in. Yes, this is our deluxe corner suite. We newly renovated it a little bit more than a year ago. And what is so fantastic also about the suite, apart from the design, is simply the view. I mean, I just show you the view because there's nothing else I can say. Look at it, the beautiful lake, the Alps. Isn't that stunning? Imagine you come back from heavy shopping and you enjoy your view over the lake with a glass of champagne. And now actually, before you get too settled in this beautiful suite, we move over to Sabrina, who's expecting us at the Baur's restaurant.
Sometimes we also need to eat. So here we are at Baur's, a brand new brasserie, which only just opened last year. Now, due to the challenging situation over the last few months, Baur's had to close, but it was still possible to enjoy our classic dishes at home by our quickly set up online order service, Baur's at Home. So you can still indulge in Rösti and Zurich Schnatzlets straight at your home. And we are very happy to announce that now, very soon on September the 18th, Baur's is going to reopen, which is going to be an occasion for a very special celebration. So come and join us to that. Cheers.
Let's end this beautiful day with a stroll in our private park. And here to the right-hand side, you see our beehive. It's a replica of the Beau Hotel, and 80,000 bees call this their home. We produce our own honey, and the honey you can enjoy also for breakfast in the morning. And can you imagine, one bee produces 1 tablespoon of honey. See you later. It has been a great pleasure to take on our little tour, but now it's time to relax, right?
So let's sit down and enjoy the beautiful views from this unique spot.
Well, see you soon at Borolak!
One second. Okay, Sabrina.
Okay, hello again. So I hope you enjoyed the first insight. Now I'm going to tell you a bit more about our beautiful Borolak. Just make sure to listen closely because at the end I'm going to ask you a little question. So Borolak is located in the very city center of Zurich. That will be slide 2. So we are right in the city center of Zurich, next to the lake, next to the Bahnhofstrasse, which is our main shopping mall, and also right next to the finance district and the old town. So you really couldn't be more central. Also, we are only located 20 minutes from Zurich International Airport. And that, of course, means that Zurich and Borolak, we are a convenient stop for a stopover for guests who are traveling to the Alps, because they fly into Zurich, they would stay a night or two with us before they travel up into the mountains. Okay. And we are, as I said, right in the center of everything, right next to the lake, and we've got our own private park. Next slide, please. Okay, so also Zurich as a destination, it's a very walkable city or town. You can really, depending on everyone's interests, it's got something to offer no matter what time of the year. So during the summer, swimming is a very popular activity for locals. We've actually got many places where we can access the lake and then swim in the lake or in our rivers. There's a very nice coffee and restaurant scene in Zurich, so a great place to go out. And obviously you've got fantastic shopping in the Bahnhofstrasse as well as in the old town. And then we've got cultural events happening as well. Okay, can you move on, please? So a little bit about our history. So Borolak, we are an independent family-owned hotel. And we are currently we are still in the same family it was founded by, and we're currently in the 6th generation. So it's something really quite extraordinary. And you can also feel that in the atmosphere by the teams. And it's one of the things that our guests also really appreciate, that we still know our guests by the name. We have got a very much of a family and the personal atmosphere. Borolak was founded, not yet. It was founded by the guy in the picture here, and that's Johannes Baur. That's where our name comes from his surname. He came from Austria in 1844 and was a pastry chef back then. So he had this great vision already back then, and just built the hotel next to the lake. Back then, we were still kind of outside the city center, but he already had a good vision and knew that the city would grow steadily over the next years. And as you've seen just previously, we are right now right in the center of everything, next to the lake and in the city center. Then last year, we've had the pleasure to celebrate our 175 years anniversary, which again was obviously a very happy day for everyone. And you can still up to now really feel the history when you walk around the building with all the guests who stayed here. And it's just a really particular family and historic atmosphere. Okay, you can move on, please. Borolak, we have 119 rooms, and each one of the room is individual. You will obviously see a style that's kind of ongoing, but all the details like the cushions, carpets and curtains and the decorations, they're individual in every single room. Also, what's really special is that many of our rooms are interconnecting. So for example, you can interconnect the whole lakefront, which are 7 suites and rooms. And then all around the building, you can connect suites with suites or suite with rooms, which is something that many of our guests, especially say families or large delegations, really appreciate, as we are really flexible in allocating, like say families with kids or families who travel with nannies. So we can really just kind of open and interconnect as requested. Also, what's really exciting is that the mini bar is actually complimentary. It's included in our room rate. So the slide you can see now, this one and the previous one, that's our deluxe corner suite. It's the biggest suite we have. We've got 3 of them. And if you want to have a little guess, the mini bar is actually in the black cupboard that you can see at the back here. It's always a little surprise, as I said, because all the rooms are individual. Sometimes you find your bar in the cupboard, sometimes in a drawer. And most importantly, all the drinks are included, alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. We also offer complimentary Wi-Fi and a fitness center for all our guests. Okay, for the next slide, please. The one here, that's the deluxe double room. It's the second lowest category we have. In total, we've got 10 different categories from individuals up to the deluxe corner suite. I haven't included all of them because I don't want to bore you, but obviously if at any stage, if you'd like to see more details about the different categories, I'm always happy to provide you pictures and links to all the different rooms we have. Okay, let's move on then. Now let's talk about food, because now everyone really loves food and they love trying our different restaurants. At Beau, we've got 4 restaurants. Again, each one has really got its own style. The one we can see here, that's Le Hall, or we also call it Beau living room. It's right in the center of the hotel. It's basically its heart, located right behind the lobby. So here we serve light meals, snacks, tea and coffee. And during the winter, what's really popular and what you can see on the next slide, that's our afternoon tea. So you can see in the middle, it's something that, especially because in Zurich it gets cold during the winter months, so guests like to socialize in a hall with a heartwarming afternoon tea, with sweet or savory snacks, you get tea, coffee, drinks, juices, anything you could dream of really on a cold winter's day. Okay, next one, please. And here you can see the Pavillon. Pavillon is our fine dining restaurant. We've got 2 Michelin stars, and we've also got, and what we're really proud of, Marc Almer, who is the best sommelier of the world, who is based here at the Pavillon. So this one is really the place to go if you'd like to experience food as art and indulge in fine dining and just really experience the classic 5-star deluxe luxury atmosphere. On the next slide, you can see a sample of food as it's served at Pavillon. As I said, it's much more than just eating. It's really about going and enjoying an artwork. Okay, next one. So you've already had a glimpse previously at Baur's. Baur's is our brasserie, which opened a bit more than a year ago. So it was actually completely redone from scratch. So the restaurant that was in there before was totally different, and it was really the idea to create something very new. Baur's is kind of a contrast to the rest of Beau and also to the other restaurants. It's very colorful, very lively, and it was really the intention to open a place for Zurich, for our guests, and also for the local Zurich people, to where they can just enjoy a sociable, uncomplicated atmosphere. You can come in to just have a drink at our bar, smoke a cigar in a cigar lounge, or then we've got the brasserie part that you can see at the top, or even the dining counter. So no matter what you're here for, if it's for a business lunch or dinner with friends, it's the place to go if you want to enjoy a relaxing and sociable lunch or dinner. In terms of the meals also, they're very different from the style of Pavillon. They're more kind of the heartwarming classics. So we could taste, say, the rösti with minced meat, or you get a Caesar salad or a club sandwich, or obviously our famous cocktails. Exactly, Rivage, that's where that was in there previously, but Bauer's really is not supposed to be a near Rivage. It's a completely new concept. But you're right, it's the same location where Rivage used to be before. Also, Bauer's, so we opened it in September last year. And during lockdown, we had to close it because it was just too narrow. And it is actually reopened now. So the video you saw before was filmed a couple of months ago. And now we've been lucky enough to reopen it. And at the moment, as they're still letting us have the restaurants open, it is still popular. And the Zurich people as well as our guests, they're actually back to enjoying their meals there. Okay. And now here I'm taking you to the terrace, our own Borolac terrace, which is just outside the hotel entrance. It's also located in our private park. And the terrace is actually the place to be in Zurich on a hot summer day. So it's obviously only open during the warm summer month. Again, you can enjoy light meals, snacks, drinks, tea, coffees, and wonderful cocktails. Now, just imagine if we move on to the next slide. Yeah, imagine sitting in a private park right in the center of Zurich, enjoying a view over the lake and onto the Alps, sipping your cocktail, and then you just relax there and enjoy the sunset. On the next slide, you enjoy the sunset over the lake, have one of our famous cocktails, and then you go out for an evening stroll on the next slide, just along the lake shore. Like, where else could you be? What better place to enjoy a summer evening? Okay.
So now can we have your question? Oh, I'm sorry.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Sorry, am I too slow?
No.
Okay. So in terms of kids, as I said, we are happy to have families. We're very flexible in terms of the rooms, whether the families like to share the rooms with kids or have them in interconnect, being in separate rooms or suites. We also prepare little kids amenities for our small guests. Depending on their age, they might get, say, bathroom amenities with a bathroom robe, or pencils and a picture book, and with sweets, candies, and little animals. And they're always accompanied by Leo and Ellie, which are basically our house mascots. Next one. And now I'm taking you back out onto the terrace, and on the terrace, and then on into the private park. So in the park, I'm taking you to the very far end, hidden under the large tree, and there you can see a little secret. It's, as you've already seen, a beehive, but it's basically a model house of Borolac, and in there we've got 80,000 bees living. And those bees, they produce our own honey, which is then served for breakfast, and which can also be bought as a souvenir at our kiosk. Okay, next one. And then finally, just a little update on the current situation. So at Borolac, we're lucky enough to be opened, and we have been open through the whole of this very special, very different and challenging year. We've obviously kept up with all the health and safety regulations due to COVID. So we're operating under all the restrictions, and we've elaborated our own hygiene concept together with an epidemiologist, and which is based also on the rules by the Swiss Federal Office of Public Health. And all those rules, if anyone is ever interested or asks for more details, they can be seen on our website. So whenever someone would like to go to reservation or to just ask for details, we've got a link on the web where all the restrictions split into the different areas like restaurants, hotel, banquets, fitness club are exactly listed. Also regarding cancellation policy or changing policy, obviously we're super flexible because we know that's really what guests need at the moment. So we completely understand if now in these difficult situations, anyone would like to postpone or change or amend bookings. That's absolutely fine.
Thank you very much, Sabrina. Would you ask your famous question?
Okay, so who can tell me how many bees live in our beehive at Beau?
Oh, they got it right away. Françoise?
Okay, so who's the first one?
Françoise.
Françoise. Sabrina, do you want to tell Françoise what she gets?
Woo, congratulations, Françoise. So you've just won a voucher for a one-night stay at Beau, including breakfast, obviously with another person, and valid anytime during the next year, 2021. So whenever you'd like to come and visit.
And remember, Françoise, that Zurich is very close to both Lausanne and so we are off to the Beau Rivage Palace in Lausanne next. Thierry?
Hi.
Hi. You look like a spaceman.
Yes, you know, I have 4 kids and I am home. So I thought, you know, this was much more safe, you know, to make sure I hear all of you. How is everyone?
Very well. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to your presentation. Most of you know Thierry because he's been working in the US for a very long time. And of course, many of you know his general manager, Natalie Seiler, as well, who was at the Connaught before in Bordeaux, but lived for many years in New York. Thierry, we leave it up to you now.
Okay. Well, welcome to Lausanne. Welcome to the Beau Rivage Palace. I am now taking you to the western part of Switzerland, where we speak French. So we are just on the outskirts of Geneva here, 40 minutes drive from Geneva Airport. That would be the main port of entry. And I use this, I call it my kiddie map to give you a first introduction on what's there to do and what this beautiful part of Switzerland has to offer. So you can see Geneva at the top, the left end of the lake. Lake Geneva is the largest freshwater lake in Europe, in Western Europe. It's about 60 miles long. And Lausanne is on the north shore where the Olympic flag is located here. This area from Lausanne all the way to the right end of the lake. So Lausanne, Vevey, Montreux, this area is also known as the Swiss Riviera. It's the Vaud canton, and it's a beautiful part of Switzerland, which is mostly known for food and wine. We grow wine here. So it's gastronomy, culture. There's a lot of heritage in the area, a lot of live events, of course, which we are all very anxious for them to resume, and wellness. And of course, we're surrounded by beautiful nature, like in most parts of Switzerland. Anything you can see on the map can be reached within 1 hour. So it's very compact. And most of our guests, although you will see the Beau Rivage Palace is a destination in itself, most of our guests like to use the Beau Rivage as a base camp to go discovering this beautiful part of Switzerland. You can drive is very easy. You can get on a train. It's a major rail hub and also one of the most important harbor port on the lake, because you can hop on one of these ferries and go for a beautiful cruise discovering the villages along the coast of Lake Geneva. It's also the gateway to the Alpine resorts and the mighty Alps. We're only 45 minutes from the bottom of Glacier 3000, for example. So you can have a true glacier experience or hiking in the mountain within an hour as well. The lake, of course, offers all kinds of activities, water sports, sailing, and of course, all these cruises. And we have also lots of heritage. I'll show you a few pictures of world-class museums. You have chocolate factories, cheese dairies, watch manufacturers. So there's really an awful lot to do. It's absolutely super for kids as well. Great family destination in general, and I would say also for relaxing and enjoying the views to the lake. Some of these pictures. Lavaux is actually a vineyard, as you can see, that is one of the 16 vineyards in the world that are currently listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So it's literally 10 minutes from the hotel. You can even take one of our e-bikes to go and explore this beautiful part of our region. These are all very small wine domains. Why is it listed? It's all wine vineyard terraces. And the first vineyards were planted during the Middle Age, actually the 11th century, by monks coming from Burgundy. So we can very easily organize a visit of a cellar or wine tasting or hiking or biking. The Olympic Museum literally sits at the bottom of a garden. Lausanne is known as the Olympic capital for being the home of the International Olympic Committee. The Baron Pierre de Coubertin installed the headquarters back at the beginning of the 20th century. And this museum is a great experience. It's very, it's not only for sports fans, it's also kind of a civilization exhibition and museum as well. It's very educative and quite fun as well for kids, for grown-ups alike. So highly recommend that. Of course, what best way to discover the lake than sailing? So you can hop on one of these ferries. They're actually paddle steamers. We have the largest Belle Epoque fleet among, just seeing, do I have questions? No? Okay. Yes, Evelyn, thank you. And yes, these boats are just the best way to go and explore the villages, the cute villages along the coast. And you can hop on one of these just a stone throw away from the Beau Rivage Palace. Also, we organize dinner cruises aboard one of these ships every night during the summer season. The Chillon Castle has a very interesting story. It's one of the most well-preserved water castles in Europe. It's only 20 minutes from Lausanne, near Montreux, at the end of the lake. And you know, for those who are interested, it's actually Lord Byron wrote a poem back in the 18th century, and it's what jump-started tourism in Lake Geneva region. Actually, the aristocrats from Northern Europe were doing the grand tour, and they stopped there because they wanted to see the actual Chateau de Chillon, where the famous prisoner was. So there was no social media back then. There was only literature and poem. So nowadays it's the highest visited monument in Switzerland, and it's a must when staying in the region. Glacier 3000 is actually less than an hour away from Lausanne. So that's why it's so interesting, because the mountain is so accessible in Switzerland, and you're only an hour away from the top of a glacier, where you have a 360 views to the highest peaks of the Alps, the Mont Blanc, the Matterhorn, the Jungfraujoch, and so on. Basically, once you get there, there are several activities. It's open throughout the year. Dog sled rides, this suspension bridge, it's actually called the Tissot Peak Walk. There's even an alpine coaster. It's a roller coaster, currently the highest situated toboggan run in the world. You can also ride a snow bus and stuff. So it's really an adventure in its own, great for families as well. And last, I always like to say a word about Chaplin's World. So Mario and I went together. Mario, feel free to interrupt me anytime. A couple of years ago with a group of agents, and I have some very, very funny pictures of Mario at Chaplin's World, but I didn't want to ruin his reputation
It's
in front
already
of
been
such a
ruined.
prestigious audience. So
It's been ruined so long ago. I will say I do want to say one thing about the Olympic Museum. Uh, it's Jerry mentioned it. It's literally right next door to the hotel. It's a I don't know a 3-minute walk from the garden, but it's an extraordinary thing because it is all about the world and how the Olympics and sports and the outdoors joins everybody in a very wonderful way. And they've captured that spirit in the museum. And it is, as Thierry said, for everyone, for kids, for older people, for people that like sports, for people that don't. So, that it's a very special place. Um, we don't need to get into the wine because you already all know me and the wine. So we'll leave that. We'll leave that and back to Terry.
now the story about Chaplin is just in a few words. Um, Chaplin arrived with his family in the middle of the 50s in Switzerland. He first lived at the Beau Rivage Palace, and then he purchased this manor near Vevey, a beautiful place, and lived there happily with his family until he passed away. And now his former home has been turned into a museum experience. They built a studio next to the manor where they reconstituted the story of his life basically, and through a Hollywood core and stuff, and you can really learn with lots of fun as well. It's a lot of, it's very interactive, it's very educative, and it's one of the best surprises. It's definitely a highlight for families and grown-ups alike as well. I have a fun fact about Lavo. Maybe there are some fans of Prince in the audience. Well, did you know that Prince wrote a song about Lavo because he fell in love with that vineyard region? So go check it out. I am one of Prince's fan. Anyway, let me welcome you to Lausanne now. Lausanne is a small but vibrant city. It's a university city, and it was named the best small city in the world by the UK magazine Monocle last year. So just to give you an idea of how exciting it is, Switzerland Tourism found a great name to describe what cities are in Switzerland. They say we don't have cities, we don't have towns, we have boutique towns. And this is really what it feels like. Anywhere in the city, you see nature. Anywhere in the city, you see the lake, or you see snow-capped mountain, or you can swim in the lake, or swim in a river with that is actually drinking quality water. So this is Switzerland. And here you have shopping, you have restaurant scene, you have club scene, but at the same time, this is what it feels like. It feels like you're in the middle of nature, and all you look at is lush greenery, crystal clear waters, and snow-capped mountains. So for those who wonder what Beau Rivage means, it means beautiful shoreline, and it's not a trademark. So that's why you can come across different Beau Rivages. But there's only one Beau Rivage Palace, and it's in Lausanne. It's been there since 1861, so yet another historic property, a little bit like Beau, which is pretty much the same era, also family owned since then. And it's often categorized as a city hotel because, you know, we don't have many big cities in Switzerland, but it really feels like a resort. The hotel is surrounded by a private park of 10 acres on the shores of the lake. So it's really a destination in itself on its own, and I'll try to explain all that we have to offer on property. But first, let's take a look at the accommodation. So the rooms have been renovated a few years ago. The last renovation took place in 2014 with Pierre-Yves Rochon, famous French designer, who's completely redone the rooms from floor to ceiling. But I think keeping the classic elegance. It's very soft. This is my favorite category called Junior Suite Palace, 750 square feet. And now there's more to come. I'll share a little later, but we have new projects. The Beau Rivage Palace is also a center of culinary excellence. We have no less than 4 different dining options throughout the year, actually 6 in the summer. And the highlight is a 2 Michelin star restaurant with French chef Anne-Sophie Pic. So she's from southern France, and she has had our restaurant with us for 10 years now. We just celebrated the anniversary. But various cuisines are available. Café Beau Rivage for, you know, deluxe brasserie. We have Japanese and Asian cuisine. La Terrasse, which is our breakfast restaurant. And it's that picture. I love that picture because it really shows what the hotel is about. The hotel is about dining al fresco, having a glass of Chasselas wine, which is the typical grape from the region, enjoying these views, enjoying the fresh air from the lake. And all our outlets, all our bars and restaurants, it's all about, you know, being out there, enjoying the park, enjoying the views. We have some seasonal restaurants like Au Terrasse, which is the summer with more Mediterranean dishes by the pool at the spa. And in total, because we own and manage 4 different hotels in Lausanne, not only the Beau Rivage Palace, we have you have a super wide array of food and beverage choice of up to 10 different restaurants, at which your guests have signing privilege, so they can sign it off to their rooms wherever they go, even on Le Montreux, which departs from the port. You can see from this aerial view, just a stone throw away from the Beau Rivage here, every night at 6:45 sharp. You know, in Switzerland, we like everything has to be on time. This is also a picture that I want to share to give you a feeling of how historic the hotel feels inside. You know, it's like a fairy tale castle experience. Almost sometimes like, even though the hotel is very much a fine blend of old and new, there are some sections, it feels like you're traveling in time. And the Sandals Ballroom, which is obviously listed as national monuments in Switzerland, is one of these jewels of Belle Epoque style and neo-Baroque decors. And I think it means very much. Now, from one era to another, I'd like to take you to the Cinq Monts Spa, which was just reopened in June after a several month and multi-million renovation program. This is the patio area where where basically you wait for your therapist to come and pick you up. And this is a very unique piece we call it the Tree of Life, which has been made only for us. We're very proud of it. And this is like the identity of our spa. It's a 15,000 square feet spa with 9 treatment rooms, a treatment suite for couples where we offer rituals. We also offer mother and daughter rituals there. The facility has So these are the new areas, the resting room, new yoga classes as well, 2 swimming pools, indoor, outdoors, that are open throughout the year. What we call wet zones with all the facility you can expect from a spa of this caliber, like sauna, ice room, steam room, of course, and many others. The cabanas, and lots of grounds. Again, it's like the property is quite large. You have playgrounds for the kids. You have 2 tennis courts in the gardens, and many guests just like to stay and unwind on property. We also run a kids program, which is basically. Thierry, were you able to reopen the sauna and steam room?
They are open.
So the spa is open. Yes, we have been able to reopen yesterday. I see, François, that you are very well informed. So the pool was closed for 3 or 4 days due to the canton regulations, and now since yesterday it's reopened.
And Françoise, I was there in the summer and it was open too. When I was there, it was open as well, Terry.
So currently the hotel is open, and it's open to all the facilities are open to the in-house guests. So we cannot, the spa is not open to external visitors, nor the restaurants, nor the bars, but you have to actually stay at the hotel to enjoy any of these facilities and outlets.
Thank you, Terry. There is a lot of news that's going to be coming out of the Beau Rivage Palace at the beginning of the year, but I think that we'll save the surprises for Terry, and he'll tell us all about them.
Yes, actually, so these are some of the talents that I'm very fortunate to be working with. It's wonderful to work with. So people that are just excellent at what they do, and this is the case of many of my colleagues. And among them, Nathalie was named Hotelier of the Year in 2018. Our General Manager, Nathalie Zeiler-Ayer, and we have a small video for you to listen. I'll let you share the screen,
yes.
Beth.
If you stop sharing, I will share. And
yes, your turn.
Oops. There we go. Okay, here we go. Everyone can hear it?
Yes.
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 Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry we cannot be all together and networking, but actually it's a pleasure to have you here at the Beau Rivage Palace in Lausanne. As all of us, we went through very complicated time. It's not easy to manage when we just don't know what's going to happen, and when all of the borders are completely closed and you cannot do your job, welcoming and taking care of guests. But anyway, I think we managed pretty well at the Beau Rivage because we decided to close the Beau Rivage wing. As you know, we do have 2 wings at the Beau Rivage, and one of it was needed to be refurbished. We were supposed to do that during 3 winters, but since this COVID, we decided, okay, let's use this crisis to completely renovate this wing. So it's a 10 months project, and actually it's a great tool also for my staff and for all of us to really look at the future, because let me tell you, by the coming summer, we're going to be at the top of our game with a bright new product. As you know, we went through major renovation with our spa last year, and now with this last wing, I think we will definitely be at the very top of our game, as I said before. So be ready. We are definitely working on it very hard to be ready to welcoming all your valuable clients on your behalf at the Beau Rivage Palace and to make their stay an incredible experience. We're also launching a new program around wellness, which is really something that is needed today. We all need to take care of ourselves. So we have decided to take this direction, not in a medical way, in a much more holistic way, which corresponds to already to what we are. So I think we'll be ready to launch our program when we reopen our wing this coming summer. So summer is going to be extraordinary, really ready to welcoming all of you. In the meantime, all of our very, very best. We are with you, thinking of you, and I think all together we're going to go through this crisis and we will hopefully be even stronger. Thank you all.
Thank you, Terry, very much.
Let's just see.
Are there any questions? Because we need to move on. Oh, the star. No, we have Francois's questions. Anybody else have questions for Terry?
I have one question for everybody because I have a grand prize.
Oh, yes, of course.
If I may.
Yes, of course.
So I'll jump straight to my question. Oh, sorry. Right. So this is a fresh start, the wellness program, and here we are. So the question is, what is the name of this wooden sculpture?
Do I get to play?
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
So
Oh
we
my
have a
goodness.
winner.
We have a winner.
Guest.
Would you like to announce the winner, Thierry?
And the winner is Evelyn, isn't he? Yes.
Yes.
Evelyn, congratulations, Evelyn. So you just won a 2-night stay at the Beau Rivage Palace, and I really look forward to welcoming you back.
Gonna be so,
That would be
so
wonderful.
nice thing. Everybody's coming.
Well done.
So they really
Well,
love
Thank
us.
you very,
And
thank you very
80%
much.
of them
Thank you
are
very
happy
much,
to
Terry.
Yeah, they will love us. So
We look forward to seeing you in Lausanne very soon. And
yeah,
now
it's very
we move.
generous.
Now we
And then
move
80%
to
of them will come.
Melanie and Nikolai on the Marianneplatz in the lovely city of Munich. It's all yours, boys and girls.
Well, hello, Mario. Hello, everyone from MJL. So we're going to be a little bit more relaxed today. We're still depressed because Oktoberfest didn't happen. So it's still coming on slow to the Christmas season for us, to the holiday seasons. So Mario, thank you so much, and everybody at MJL for the opportunity to talk with everybody. Melanie is the head of our business development here at Geisel Private Hotels. Geisel Hotels is a company-run, family-run organization for hotels and restaurants since over 100 years here based in Munich. So exclusively based here in Munich. As I said, Melanie oversees all the business development. And so both of us are a little bit slow right now because we haven't been on the road as much as we usually would like to. Usually we'd be 30, 40 days on the road myself, and Melanie would be half the year on the road. So
Yes.
It's great for us to see you, but if we have any missteps or miscues today, please forgive us. So we are here in Beyond by Geisel. And like I said, it's one of our 4 properties that we have. Beyond is a very unique property, and we're just going to walk through here with you and show you a little bit of the property. I just want to make sure everybody can see us, correct?
Live and in color.
Joyce, yes, thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and just start off by again saying we're at Beyond by Geisel. It's in Munich, 30 minutes from the airport, even less. We're in the heart of the city. If you look at us online, there really is no other destination that is more in the middle of Munich. Munich is an incredible city. It is known very affectionately to the people in Germany as the smallest or the biggest village in Germany. And that is kind of true. The people here in Munich take a lot of pride in the fact that it's not a big city. They have the feeling of a small town. They want to be friends with everybody, and they really are welcoming to all the guests and visitors that come. So we're looking forward to that. I am going to walk you through for a second, show you a little bit of the property. Melanie's going to do the guide with me. Beforehand, we do have some affiliations that we're part of. We also have some amazing prize at the end of this one. So just like the Baur and the Beau Rivage, we have an incredible prize. So please stay on. And I'll let Melanie now tell you a little bit about some of our affiliations that we have, just that you're aware of how we are positioned and where you can find us.
Well, currently we are with Travel Select. We are with Preferred. We just changed our affiliation with Preferred since, I don't know, October, I think it was, or September, October, we changed to Preferred. We're working very hard on Virtuosos. We hope we're going to make it by the beginning of next year to be also a member of Virtuoso. What comes with all the affiliates is that you also have a culinary package included, and I will tell you later on what this culinary package is all about once we walk you through the hotel. So we thought we would really make it definitely something very special for you and taking you really live on the trip here to through the Beyond. It's only 19 rooms, very small. So we're currently sitting here in the library, and we're going to show you 3 rooms which are typical for all your clients, where most of the clients are staying in. And yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So we start working.
Here.
Can they see me?
Okay, so we are here now, as I said, in the library. As you can see, we also have
Charlie Chaplin
with us. So we just wanted you to see that. But this library is the heart of the building. There's actually a skylight that goes all the way out. That is wonderful because it brings throughout the day the fresh light throughout here. Okay.
Are we going now?
So just one more time. This is the library, which is the heart of the building. It's just an area where the guests can relax. And once again, we don't have any external restaurants. We only have one restaurant in the hotel for the guests.
Chess, if you love to play chess, of course. If you get bored after shopping.
I like the soup
Come
of the
with
day.
me. Yeah, the soup comes later. Comes later. Come in. So this is one of our typical rooms. We're starting here. Obviously separate bathroom, separate shower and toilet as well. And it all comes in this very warm color. So each room has a very warm color. This is for the ladies.
One of the nice features of this room is that it has actually a terrace.
A terrace, an little outside balcony.
It gives an idea of where we are in the city.
So this is now Munich by night. So this is St. Paul's Church, one of the oldest churches here in Munich as well. And very typical, this road, for example, which is Nicola showing you right now, brings you directly to the famous Victorian market, where you can also buy all this. It's a kind of a very popular farmer market.
So what's really unique here, and you can't tell, but I'll stick my finger in, all of these streets on every side are pedestrian zone only. So there's no cars or traffic at all. You are in the heart of the downtown where there's no traffic allowed. It's an incredibly beautiful part of the city. One of my favorite little tidbits of information is right here on this church, and I showed Mario this when he visited us. On that church, when Napoleon's armies came through in the 1800s, they shot that church with cannonballs, and there's still a cannonball lodged in the wall to remind us never to mess with the French.
We're going back inside, it's cold actually. So as I said, the hotel has 19 rooms in total, and they are separated on 2 floors. So we have been just on the first floor. Now we're taking you up to the 2nd floor. Gonna have a little going by.
I wanted to show you real quick. These are some of the wines that we have. These are actually Geisel wines. So we actually have our own winery in the hotel. So you can see this is one of our recent Savanas, and also our Savanai.
Nikolai, please get closer to the microphone. We can barely hear you.
It's
Okay.
because Melanie has the
I
microphone.
have the microphone. I'm sorry.
We'll stay close.
So this is the soup of the day.
Mario, do you want a soup of the day today?
A little
Yes.
bit early here for the soup of the day, but I'll have some later.
What we're currently doing, look at what we're currently doing. We're preparing already for Christmas time.
So as Melanie said, we have the culinary package included.
Yes. So the culinary package really brings you everything what you would like to eat and what you would like to drink. So as you can see, we also have a huge refrigerator in the end there. Everybody can take out of the fridge what he wants. Are you okay? And then obviously we have always have a cook on duty who can prepare all the food. You can even bring your own food from the Victoria market, the farmer market I was just mentioned, and we can prepare the food for you as well. And this comes along, obviously you can also book a separate rate, but usually we always offer the rate to book extra the culinary package as well, because it's also included for Travel Select people, for preferred Platinum Card members, and it's going to be also included with the package of Virtuoso with the culinary package. So it's like a no-brainer. You can eat and drink all day long with us.
So yeah, as Melanie said, it's an incredible opportunity. It's not a regular restaurant,
no,
but it's a part of the home. And we try to say all the time that Beyond is like coming home, with only 19 rooms and these really cozy living spaces. We want the guests to feel like they're here just with as they would be at home with their families or friends, and can take advantage of anything. So all the food is included, and we never ask for any of that. Now we're going to go up the stairs, the second floor.
And we're gonna show you one of my favorite rooms, which are really one of my personal favorite rooms. Nikolai actually never allowed me to stay in this room, but I'm still working on this.
She'll get the room. Right now it's a good time. This is room 15 and 14.
Yes.
It's one of our 2-bedroom suites, but can also be separated into a 1-bedroom suite.
Just wanted to say this, thank you. So come in, guys. What makes this room very special is because you have one of the best views ever in the city center. I mean, you obviously have an absolutely amazing bathroom, and you, go through the bathroom. I just see myself laying down in this tube here as well, having a bath. You have, of course, once more again, I don't know if you can see it to the windows, maybe it's reflecting. You have on the one hand side, again, the St. Paul's Church, which you have seen already before. And then, of course, you do have the lovely Marienplatz with a very famous Glockenspiel opposite of you. So this is the Marienplatz. So as Nikolai said before, you're definitely downtown. You cannot be more downtown as staying at the Beyond, because you're right in the middle of everything. Usually it's very crowded down there. Well, of course, now in Corona times, it's getting very quiet in the evening.
So like Melanie said, that's the Glockenspiel. It plays 3 times a day, where it actually does its little cuckoo clock dance, and all those figurines, they reenact the wedding of the Prince and Princess of Bavaria. So it's actually unbelievable. But the main thing for your guests to think about is usually there's about 2,000 or 3,000 people down here. And when it's really busy at the high season, maybe 4 or 5, all looking straight up with their cameras, and our guests are looking right out the window.
And this is also the place where usually the Christmas market takes place every winter, which is very nice as well.
That's actually at that point, the Christmas tree would have been right here, and it would have been lit next week.
Yes. And that's to show them as well the rest of the room.
Very minor interruption. I do want to add that when I went to visit the property, the moment I walked into my room, the Glockenspiel started, and everyone at the bottom was looking up, and I was enjoying my glass of wine as I was looking at the entire show from my room.
Yeah.
You can imagine to be sitting in this bathtub
Let me just get in there for everybody.
We're looking at that view. So
I do want everyone to note that many times when people travel, they talk about location. And the three properties that we have presented to you in this last hour, you couldn't beat the location of each. Baur Lac, where it is, the Beau Rivage Palace, where it is, and beyond where it is. These are the most optimum, most sought after places in the entire destinations. So being on the Mariannplatz with the Glockenspiel right in front of you, able to walk everywhere is truly beyond.
So I do want to take just a moment before we go into our next room and just say a little bit about the property itself, since Mario just brought that subject up. This building is a historically landmarked building, about 200 years old. It's owned by the Hugendubel. That won't be the quiz later on, but it is a fun word to say, Hugendubel. It's a bookstore. It's a famous book company that has bookstores throughout Europe. And about 6 years ago, they decided they had to renovate and do a massive renovation of the entire building. So this was a 6-floor building bookstore. You can imagine how amazing it was, with escalators going up and down and staircases, and with the skylight at the top. Sorry, the skylight that I already showed you before. And after they started doing the renovation, they realized they actually don't need 6 floors anymore. And that's when they gave us the top 2 floors. So it's not even possible that a hotel could get this location. And for us, as Melanie said, we only have 19 rooms. And that's so unique because we realized that our guests have absolutely fallen in love with the aspect that it's a boutique hotel with only 19 rooms in the heart of the city. It is important to say the only reason that really works is because we have the Geisel Hotel Group behind this.
Yes.
And as Melanie said earlier, we are part of Preferred. Our other hotel, which is called Excelsior, which is more of a Bavarian traditional hotel, has been part of Preferred since the Summit days, going back 25 or 30 years. So we've had a long-standing relationship, but it was only possible to make a hotel of this style because of the support it gets from the entire company. Otherwise, a hotel would be impossible if only 19 rooms to do in a city location. So now we'll go to Melanie's second favorite room.
Yeah, I can't really make up my mind which one is my favorite one. Depends on the season. I mean, in winter season, I would definitely prefer number 15. In the summer season, I would definitely prefer number 20, because obviously, as you can see, it's the same decor in our rooms. It just differs in terms of room size. This is definitely the biggest suite we have available at the Beyond. Also have your freestanding bathtub, of course, as well, shower. Then you have your own little living room here as well.
The living room has a separate entrance.
Yes, and a separate guest toilet as well. And if you wish so, you also can obviously close the wall here, that if you would like to have this separate. So why I'm saying this is my favorite one for the summer, because it has a huge outside terrace. Come out. The room goes into the backyard of the building, so it's very quiet also during the night. But what makes it very special again is that you are really in the middle of the city with a huge outside terrace, and obviously there's a barbecue available as well in the summertime. This is the Dome, favorite church. Show them my barbecue. This is my barbecue for the summertime. So you're all invited. Definitely, when you're coming along to Munich, I will personally make a barbecue for you. That's not even the surprise we have, huh?
No,
it's another surprise.
Another surprise. So I think it's important for what Melanie also said earlier, that all the room rates for all of you that are on the call today, for all of your clients through the end of next year, so for all of 2021, we will include all food and beverage, so all beer, wine, spirits, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for all the rooms.
And
yes.
the soup of the, including the soup of the day?
Including the soup of the day.
As many as you want.
So this is 2 surprises now. The first one was I'm going to do the barbecue for you guys when you're coming along. The second one is it's all included for the people who are on the call right now, or for the customers on the call right now, that you have the culinary package always included. And the third one we're going to announce in a little while.
Yeah, we're going to go to something.
Yeah. So let's go back to the dining area.
So as you can see, also discreetly, all the rooms are just along all the walls. And that's why it feels like home, because you can walk just right out and take advantage of any of these little nooks and crannies that we have floating around.
And I want to introduce you to Charlie as well. This is Charlie.
Hi, Charlie. Hey.
He's also taking care of you. He's going to join for the barbecue.
Just to give you an idea, this is again pedestrian zone. You can see that's the Frauenkirche, that's the two-domed church, the Marienplatz. There is no better location. All the shopping is right here. So right behind this building is actually the Mandarin Oriental, about another 300 meters.
Ooh, what is the name of the hotel? Forget about it.
Behind that even further is the Kapinski Four Seasons. Way behind back here is the Bayerische Hof, but you can see there's nobody that gets this location. So now we're going to sit down because it's been a long day, and as we said, it's already nighttime. So Louis is coming by. Thank you, Louis.
Thank you, Louis. Charlie, you come here as well. You're going to sit down. So are we going to announce now the third? Who's going to tell them? So we have, again, we have two surprises already mentioned.
First of all, sorry.
Oh yeah,
Everyone,
cheers.
this is our soup of the day for today.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mm.
So what we wanted to make sure, I know that Joyce and Beth are keeping close track of how many wonderful agents are on this. I'm sure that we know a lot of you already. We've both been traveling regularly every year to the States forever. Actually, I am from California, so I'm actually missing the States right now, especially after so much time over here with COVID. And
I thought you were going to say after the. I thought you were going to say after the election.
I'm not going to get into politics today. Okay. I had to choose my words correctly.
Wisely.
I think that for all of us to know, and I can speak on behalf of MJL, I believe, and also for all the hotels represented today, this situation that's going on in the world is a disaster for all of us. We slowly see that it's not only just the travel market, but just also family ties and connections and how it affects us all, especially coming up on the holiday season. The most important thing is that everybody stays safe. So we want to make sure that you all get the chance to come and visit us. So for our prize today, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, easy.
You all get the chance to come and visit Beyond by Geisel. You can come and visit anytime from today until the end of 2021, and we will comp 2 nights with the culinary package for all of you.
And the soup of the day.
That's very nice. Thank you so much.
So we knew that it might be tough in the coming months to make the visits. We wanted to make sure that we allow this opportunity that you come in 2021 or from now through the end of 2021. And it would be our pleasure to have you with us and to visit. Munich is an incredible city. It's in the heart of Munich. Again, as everybody else said, it's just a stone's throw away from Zurich and from the Beau Rivage and so many other wonderful properties that are here. And we are so happy that we're going to get through this moment, this crazy time that we have, and get back on track. And we can't wait to have you come and visit, and also all of your clients and guests.
Thank you guys so much for your time and your wonderful, wonderful generosity. Please thank the family on behalf of all of us as well. And, you know, we're going to be back sooner than you think.
Definitely, yes, yes, we hope
We're
so.
going to be back sooner than you think. We had some wonderful news at the beginning of the week. I know you guys are all following everything. Many countries have already started to open their borders. Today, South Africa announced that it will be opening their borders to all international traffic as long as they present a COVID virus. Lots of things are going on for us, and we thank you for your generosity. Thank everyone for all of their time. I know that we're running a little bit late, but that's okay, I hope, for everyone. So I think we'll pass straight along, Beth, to the next. Thank you so much again, everyone. And please thank on behalf of all of us, and see you very soon.